If I ever want to be able to justify another yarn purchase in my life, I have really got to start knitting up some of what I've got. I'm Michelle, and this is Michelle's Romantic Tangle, and once again I am tackling my Hobby Lobby clearance yarn. This time it is the Yarn Bee Scrub-ology cotton. I got this at the 2020 yarn clearance. It was $1.12 a skein, so I will admit I did not look at it that hard before I picked it up and put it in my cart. I'd been seeing Dishy and some of the other yarns that are designed to make dish scrubbies over the years and always kind of thought of trying it but never quite got around to it. So when I saw this, I assumed it was the same stuff. I didn't realize until I got home that it's cotton, and could it be more glaringly obvious that this stuff is cotton? I just got it to play with. I'm not concerned that it's not exactly what I expected it to be, and I was concerned about when I thought that it was polyester what this is going to do to my hands. So maybe the fact that it is cotton will make it easier to work with. I don't know. I rented some movies to watch this afternoon, so I'm going to put one in and start knitting, and we'll see what we come up with. I'll be back with you again in a bit. Scrub-ology is an eyelash yarn, which makes it pretty much impossible to distinguish your individual stitches. What I'm starting here is a dribble, and it's going to be an elongated shape that you sew together, and it'll contract into this nice little round dish scrubby thing. So at this end of the row there are slip knits, and at this end there are knit front and back. This yarn doesn't lend itself well to stitches like that, but so far it's working. I'm not sure what size needles these are. The ball band calls for a size 9, and these are maybe 8s or 9s. Wasn't excited enough to pull out the needle gauge and measure them. I did notice I have hit a stretch of yarn here that has no little eyelashes on it, so the diameter of the yarn just wildly changed on me there. So I'm going to go ahead and knit this part of the row with this yarn. It seems to be secure enough to do that, and we'll see if in the skein I've got any more of this and if there's enough of it to cause any problems with the knitting. The pattern I'm knitting is called Tribble, and it's by 1870 Pearl. She used to have it on her blog, but now it's a free download over on Ravelry. You knit this trapezoid shape and then seam the sides and gather it, and it makes a cute little scrubby. This pattern is not well suited for this yarn, and probably if I had thought about it, I would have realized that before knitting it, because what makes these such cute little scrubbies is that the garter stitch rows form swirls. You can't see the stitches here, so you don't get the swirls, but hopefully I do have a functional scrubby. I'm going to go do some dishes and see what I think of how it works. Overall, I'm not madly in love with this yarn. It's a novelty yarn. Again, if I had stopped and thought things through, I don't love eyelash yarn. This isn't exactly pleasant to knit with if you're the sort of knitter who can't stand the feel of acrylic or anything rough against your fingers. You're probably not going to love this one. It's hopefully going to serve its purpose. Unless this little scrubby I made does a fantastically superior job to the ones that I have made out of cotton, I don't think I would do it again. One of these days when I'm in a scrubby knitting mood, I'll use up the rest of this yarn, but otherwise it's not enough fun to knit that I would do it over buying little green scrubbies from the Dollar Tree, and it's not cute enough to make a gift. So I'm glad I tried the Scrub-ology cotton and got the experience. It was an entertaining way to spend a chunk of my afternoon, but I'm not a new convert to this yarn. I'll go do the dishes and get back to you with how it performs. After doing some dishes, my opinion of this yarn as far as its dish scrubbing capabilities didn't improve any. I don't think that it scrubs any better than the ones that I made with just plain kitchen cotton. If it does, the difference is negligible. I would go ahead and use just the green scrubby pads from the store, or if you're really excited about it, and I haven't decided yet if I am that excited or not, but the ones that I have that had in the past that were crocheted out of strips of tulle, those were awesome. Unfortunately, I don't know anyone anymore who makes and sells those locally. So thank you very much for watching. I'm Michelle with Michelle's Romantic Tangle, and I am going to be knitting up more of my Hobby Lobby yarn in the weeks and months to come. And I'll be back with you with more videos soon.